Hey there guys, it's Raven here and I have another video for you today. The point of this video isn't that it's awesome gameplay I mean you can see it's a replay rather than live recording, but not that it's awesome gameplay or anything like that, but we had a really bad start and you'll see in a few minutes. And just, I want to show you how to recover from a bad start and what to do if nothing goes right at the beginning, and you don't have to rage quit, you don't have to be mad about it, just calmly approach things and recover, and you can still win. Let's see. So I'm in TeamSpeak with my friends Charlemagne and Jeff Goldblum, who is more commonly known as NATO Potato or Lumpy. So if you see me say potatoes something something, that's what I'm talking about. We are playing a South Korean deck in my case. Jeff Goldblum's playing West German and Charlemagne is Canada. On Red 4 we have Soviet, Poland, and I think Red Dragon. And I believe Malmgren and Ikram are in TeamSpeak together. I don't know about the other guy though. So full disclosure, we're probably a little more experienced than these guys, but if it's 2 in the morning and you're trying to get a war game match going, you're not all that picky. But yeah, so they had some pretty good moves at the start. Let me just speed it up a little bit so we get to that. At the time, we kind of said hacking. You'll see why in a second, but you can be the judge. The stuff they did was all technically plausible if you're knowledgeable about the game, so we'll see. Anyways, I'm playing South Korea, and the reason I was doing that was so I could maybe have some gameplay to show of the deck, and in relation to my South Korean deck building video I did yesterday, which may be linked in the comments if you're interested. Here's a Red 4 IL-102. It's coming straight at the start of the game. You see they can't see anything, so this is a total guess. But he sends it, and again, you could technically know how long it takes units to get here. So if you send a plane at the start, where track units would be, where you have to bomb to get them. You can see we have our tanks, our AA, our supporting units coming up the road, and he hits it just perfectly. Kills literally everything but the tanks, which he damages. And then here's another plane from another player that is very good at targeting exactly where the wheeled stuff would be. You see I pull my stuff back, but Potato's infantry still goes. He loses almost all of it, and I save all of my infantry at least. There's an air superiority fighter. Let's see. Of course, I did have a little bit of an air assault going too. I had some recon infantry, which I'm not unloading right now because I'm saying fuck over here. And I had some Cobras. Where's I? These 55-point Cobras are actually really good. I talk about them in the deck video for South Korea. For 55 points, you get 2 sets of rockets and a Vulcan cannon. Just really awesome. If you're wondering what's going on here in the corner of the minimap, I'll get to that in just 1 second. But I just wanted to show here a little bit of the micro. I see his cheap Polish AA helicopters, and I pull my Cobras away. I'm sending them up here to scout. Pull them away. Send my cheaper Blackhawks to try and eat the missiles, because these only have 4 missiles per helicopter and they're not very accurate. So after I drain some of those missiles, I send my Cobras back in to engage, and that is a little bit of a way to defeat AA helicopters. Of course, Potato comes and helps me with his Tiger, and we mop up pretty good. So, and I should say, Potato also in the middle, no AA, very little infantry going up with his tanks. This would have actually been pretty bad for us if not for these 2 players doing something else on the side over here, like massing 600-700 points worth of helicopters to get Bravo, our home spawn. I should mention, we were pretty lazy here. We just put a recon helicopter out, no AA, none of the usual stuff we should do if we play on this map. Which is a great map, by the way. It's my favorite map. I like the terrain. It's just this whole sea area is really kind of lame if you want to be a douchebag with helicopters. You see Red 4 actually does have a pretty good helicopter force here. They have some stealth Akula helicopters with seeds, some AA helicopters, some general Mi-28s or Mi-24s. Really powerful force. You can see again the two players, Ikram and Malmgren, are coordinating together to pull this off. And the one mistake they have here is they have this big, strong helicopter rush, and they don't have any CV infantry in a helicopter with these guys to exploit what's about to happen. You see again, we're sitting here in Bravo, no AA, our one recon helicopter gets plinked. I think at this point I noticed this happening, so I called in some AA, or I'm about to. But I mean, it's too late. Like, look at all these helicopters. They're all over our zone. They're finding CVs. Yeah, there's my I got some AA out right at the last second, but they're too close. Like, they're just on the road in the open, and they get cut down pretty quickly there. Again, the Akula with its seed. Oh, he's not using his seed though. There he goes. Almost killed the recon Akula, but yeah, it was kind of a false effort. So let me just pause 1 second. So what's happening here? We took a lot of damage going into Gulf and Hotel from just bombing, so that wasn't very good. But then to add on to that, the helicopters came around the side, went into Bravo. So this is pretty bad right now. You know, we're right on the edge of oh shit. But because of those helicopters over there, we do realize that, you know, they had, like I said, 700-800 points invested in this tactic, so they can't have that much on the front lines between those helicopters and all the bombers they've been sending on us. So here in the middle and the left, me and Potato do exploit that a little bit. So you see I push right into India because I know there's not much in front of me there. Turns out there really wasn't. I made a lot of gains. Took India, and of course Potato only has some infantry screen in front of him right now. Charlemagne sneaking through the forest here, finding an opening, because again they don't have much on the front lines because they were pulling off this over here. And so what are we doing? We're communicating, we're saying that, oh, we need AA to kill these helicopters, we need to find the helicopters, we need CVs for Bravo. Let me go a little bit faster. At this point, I'm worried about a helicopter CV coming into Bravo to take this, and then them having a spawn in our back. If that happens, I mean, that's pretty much over then. See, here's Red. They kind of got their helicopters there and realized, oh, now what do we do? They didn't want to push into Charlie or Alpha, which is smart, because if they did, they'd probably get cut up. But they were late getting the CV helicopter out here. I had Cobras going around the back, thinking there'd be a CV already here by now, and I could try and pick it off before they got too established in Bravo, but that didn't work. You see Wolverines from Charlemagne, a Beho from me, a recon helicopter from Jeff Goldblum. Of course, more recon helicopters from all three of us, and we're trying to find the helicopters. We're getting AA over here to protect Charlie. We're not really looking over here very much. We've got some stuff on the front lines, but we're focused over here. Red Force focused over here too, probably, with their helicopters. Again, they're trying to get their CV over here, but they don't quite manage it. And just, I mean, really just like having the teamwork, having just the calmness to respond and communicate and say, okay, we need this, and we all pitched in to get enough stuff to stop what was going on here. Killed the CV. Most of the danger's over. We just need to mop up over here. And yeah, that's the last helicopter then, I think. Right, so at that point, we've basically recovered from... We have a CV in here. We're in India, about to cap it. We're still in Gulf. Alpha's being pressured a little bit, but we're still pretty firm there. And yeah, we've basically neutralized a 1,000+ point all-in strategy with the bombers and the helicopters put together. You can see at this point I kind of hesitate to say cheese, but that is kind of what it was. It was a little bit of a cheesy opening because they went all in with that strategy, and now they don't really have a good idea of what to do now. I think they didn't have a plan B in case plan A failed, so they're just sending blobs of infantry, they're sending bombers. But I mean, at this point, we're so much stronger than they are. Again, they can always get a little bit of infantry in here, but there's just no solid push that they can make now. There is one thing of interest here. I've been using this K1A1 in the forest to fight and hold back the blue beret hordes using bombers. And pretty soon, see, one of them surrendered. Here's my K1A1 microwing, and then you can see he runs out of gas and almost out of Browning too. So they finally do catch him. Although he's putting up the good fight here, you can see. Look at this. He's standing in the face of these Commandosi, and he can do that because those units only do 1 damage with their RPGs. Their RPGs are so weak. That's why in a lot of my other videos you'll see me talk about how important high damage AP launchers are. Because otherwise you got this happening where 4 squads are held up by 1 HP tank for 2 minutes because they can't kill it even though it's out of gas and weapons jammed. Here's the Cobra also I was talking about, the AH-1J. Mentioned in the South Korean deck video. Just really good. It's in a great position right now to just open up. Melts the Promet with its AA infantry, melts all these guys, gets them stunned for my bomber to finish him off. Really solid unit. Here's my South Korean infantry with grenade launcher, IFV coming in because I know he's just spamming infantry at me. So yeah, I can speed it up now. At this point, it's kind of just, again, they're sending blobs of infantry that we need to surround and kill. Gotta get these bombers down, but we're pretty solid right now. We're +5. I think we're going to be +5 for the rest of the game. It's just a matter of waiting for the timer to run out at this point. And again, one of them surrendered already. I think the Soviet player, actually, so that was kind of their strong... Any counterattack they hope they had ended with the guy who left, who could call in the T-72BUs. Again, Cobra in a good position to exploit lack of AA, just messing stuff up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much else to really show you from this replay. Again, it wasn't like the best gameplay or anything, it was just... I wanted to show a situation where we really just had a bad start and a lot of stuff went wrong, but if you keep your composure and stay calm and just communicate with your teammates, it's so important. Communicating. You can really recover and just figure out what you need to do to get back to where you need to be, and don't let it get to you if you lose your super heavy tank at the beginning or you lose your spawn CV. And just show you the points. We had pretty good ratios all around here, as you can see. And of course they lost a bunch of helicopters, so they had a lot of losses. But yeah, it was only a 19-minute game, and could have been even shorter if we'd been a little quicker on getting our CVs up again. So I don't want this to be a terribly long video. I just hope that... Hold on, let's get rid of the cancer up there. I just wanted to show you that, and hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions about what happened or what we did or any of that, then please let me know. And I think that's about it. So thank you for watching, guys. Take care.